Hi everyone, welcome back to CrochetRocks. Tracy here, and if my phone rings I'll pause it because I've got it on loud and I'm expecting, but I say expecting, I've been expecting it for ages and it's just not arrived. But if I do get a call I will be back. So I have no drink because I have probably had about way too much Pepsi Max, Coke, whatever I've been drinking, so I really don't feel like anymore. I've been having a wash with it, to be honest with you, and even tea I didn't really fancy. So today I had my appointment, my very final appointment with my cancer surgeon, and Mr. Galati, his name is. It was total and utter genius. And yeah, so today was my 5 years, and he discharged me. So he said, like, they changed the kind of the rules in a way, but he's quite willing, if I feel worried at all within the next year, to ring him and he'll see me. And if he's going to keep me on a patient referral basis, and that after that time, if I'm worried about anything, to call the Macmillan nurse, which is a cancer nurse, and get my doctor to just drop a line and he'll see me straight away, rather than making a full referral. So I'm done. I'm 5 years on and discharged and out of it. Yeah. So now if I fill in one of those medical insurance holiday forms, I will be able to say, and it says that question, have you had cancer in the last 5 years? The answer's no. The answer's no. And therefore it would be cheaper. But 5 years on. It's a big milestone, that. You know, when I first had the operation and he told me you are on a 5-year plan, you feel like that's a never-ending thing, and they see you every kind of month for the first year, or every 6 weeks, and then the period of time between your visits gets a little bit bigger each year. And now they're done, so I'm over it. Well, you know, he had a good old rummage and a feel and a look in, and yeah, last ever one. So yeah, it's all done. I am kind of relieved about that. So at the moment Gary is cooking. Well, he's not quite there yet, but he'll be crashing and banging in the kitchen, no doubt. So if you hear anything untoward, it's just the sounds of Gary bashing around in the kitchen, basically. So it was a bit of a hot day today, really hot and still. We set out the garden for a while. Gary was sunbathing. I just sit with my back in my egg chair, but with my back to the sun, and I factor up just in case any part of me is visible. And I don't tan. I'm not into tanning. Since you know, sun damage and everything ages you, I've kind of decided, you know, now that we know more about it, I'm not going to go and bake my bod anymore. And I do get the odd, I mean, I've got a bit of colour. That doesn't look much colour to you guys, I know, but it does to me. It's quite brown, really. So yeah, normally I would want to watch all the time and you'd see this white line, but I don't do that anymore. I don't really wear a watch all the time. I don't wear anything all the time. I put jewellery on when I go out, and there are times when I wear it more often, but I'm not one for keeping it on all the time and wearing it all night and all that sort of stuff. I prefer to be free. So yeah, I am waiting for a very important call, but I've got a feeling I'm not going to get it for a while. So Paul and Victoria off in Blackpool because they're there for her mum's funeral. And yeah, so lots going on at the minute in the family, and lots of things as well going on, so difficult to get stuck into work right now. Few things behind the scenes, few worries and stuff going on, and I don't know at this sort of stage what it entails, but yeah, kind of got a bit of a family thing going on at the moment. And I did do a few tutorials which are ahead of time, and quite a lot of my last chance yarn has gone now. I still have a few bits and bobs, but an awful lot was cleared out today, funnily enough. Just one order and cleared out. So I'm going to have to assess it, see what ones I have now got completely gone, and if there's ranges have gone, I will kind of take them out my shop altogether, because that was the idea of the last chance yarns. And if at any point in the future I get them again, I can always relist them, but I don't really want them hanging on there. So for you guys across the pond, well, for any ponds, whether you're in Germany or the US, or if you're in Outer Mongolia or any place around this world, even Ireland, hang on, something fell on my foot. Not talking about Northern Ireland because that comes under the UK, but anywhere where it is worldwide shipping. I've had to slightly change my order form for you guys, because the Royal Mail now stipulates I have to have a phone number before I can progress that order on. And it has been a little bit difficult to get some of them through, but they now stipulate that it is mandatory to have that phone number on there. So from now on, when an order form is filled in, you might not be able to move on unless you've included your phone number. But please be aware, I'm not going to be ringing it. You know, if you're living in far-flung reaches of the planet, I'm not going to be calling anyway. It is purely there for the mail service, and that's it. On the odd occasion when I've had a problem or a thing with an order, I have called someone who happens to be local. I think I rang Rose, who lives in Arizona once, but I rang her on WhatsApp, so it's fine. But I don't tend to use those phone numbers. It is purely for the Royal Mail, and it's just that their form will not move on to the next stage without a phone number in it. I've got a little bit of a tutorial tomorrow with Chris, my web guy. Just something that's changed. There was just some little nitty gritty things that were coming through, and things that stopped coming through that I needed, like figures. But we're gonna do a little, so I have to agree it when he puts it through, so I'm going to do that tomorrow, have a little chat with Chris. It'd be like old times when we were developing the website all together, and you know, it'd be nice to talk to him. So I've only got a couple of jokes left, and I have told Gary, but I haven't got any new ones as yet. Hopefully he will do them, but I only have two, so we're going to get one today. And let's have a look at the Mandalorian calendar. It's a picture. I am hoping for a Grogu, and I'm not disappointed. Look, I've got a Grogu, a little Grogu picture. He looks very yellow. Must be the lighting. Got a Grogu. Okay, that's cool. I needed a Grogu. I really needed a Grogu today. Okay, so Gary's joke of the day, and I can only do one because I've only got two. What happened after Snow White sat in the bath feeling happy? Happy got out, so she felt grumpy. Oh, Gary. They're definitely Gary jokes. They are definitely Gary jokes. So the yarn I got to show you today is one that I coveted for quite some time. It's a USA yarn, and you know Scarfy. They had this one, and I kept seeing it. Look at that, those colours. They are dreamy, kind of in a mist sort of colours. I don't really want to take it out of the wrapping because it is nice and secure. Did have an extra one which was out, so they obviously come in threes. and I had a fourth, and I did start using it. Is it in here? I did start using it, but I didn't carry on. Is it in here? Is that it? Don't know. No, that's not it. But I had a feeling that it was in one of these type of bags, but it's not in there. That killed my arm. I didn't realise when I picked it up, I was obviously, my shoulder was close enough to me for it not to hurt, but putting it back has just caned. So earlier when I was sitting outside with Gary, and I felt twang in my arm. It was like it twanged. It's like, oh my God, things are happening in there that I'm not kind of privy to. It's twanging and banging, and last night, oh my God, I got woke up by the weirdest cramp. If this was the front of my leg, it was down my shin bone, like the little muscle group there. I couldn't get rid of it, because if I moved my foot forward like I normally do to get rid of cramp, it made it worse. So if I pushed it down, it still didn't get rid of it, and I got it in the back. So I got up in the end, and I put 2 of those high fives in a glass of water, and I drank it until they'd gone, and then I went back to bed and went to sleep. But I kind of Googled it and said, you know, what can I do to prevent this happening in the night? And told them that it's a low-carb diet. And so basically they said I need to have like a late night snack, and maybe just a few handful of walnuts, and maybe a high five, one of those drinks, and it would hopefully stop it. But I had already started taking my magnesium later, and it said either like a high five or a beef tea, sort of like a oxo sort of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing that. Like, you know, you try not eat a midnight snack or anything like that, because you know that you think that's not good for you to eat late, and so then you get cramp because you're not doing it. So it's a bit annoying, really. All the things that you over the years get told not to do. Don't have too much salt, don't have this and that. And on this diet, it's like you need the salt, you need a snack of an evening, and you know, to go to bed on, you know. So but I've been doing really well with it, and I've lost 4 pounds the last time I weighed myself, so I really don't want to stop doing what I'm doing. I want it to carry on, and it's really starting to... I had a period where it was just seemingly not budging, but I think it was just, you know, the starvation mode that your body goes in, and it thinks, well, the famine's sort of going to end soon. And then after a while, it just thinks, oh, well, let's dump this water weight that we're holding on to. And I think it's now started working properly. So fingers crossed that is anyway. So there, this is Scarfy Light, I believe it's called. Yeah, Scarfy Light. And you'll see this stuff. It is a 4-weight Aran. 100 grams is 349 yards and 320 meters. They reckon, what size hook is that? Upside down. I couldn't read it. Well, one of the reasons. Actually, I don't think it is. I'll let you guys look. There's all the instructions. The instructions. That might be upside down, so we're going to do this. There you go, instructions. It's really hard to hold them up. But this has got the most gorgeous colours. It's got very pastel. Look at that. And it's got this fluff to it as well, like a looks like it's in a mist, you know. But that's beautiful, this one. Do I see a colour name or number? I don't know. What's that saying? Tartan? Tartan? Are you sure? Tartan. Doesn't look very tartan, does it? But, you know, there it is. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So it does have a wool content. But as you know, I've been doing that blanket and giving a little rest, doing it and then having a rest. It's been working out really well. And it is only 7% wool, which is even smaller. So it is 43 acrylic. Oh heavens, where's my glasses? Right, where are we? We got Somewhere, where are you? 43 acrylic, 41 polyester, 9 nylon and 7 wool. And that was a J10 or a 6, is it, Millie? Crochet hook. And it is obviously Lion brand. But those are very low amounts of wool. So I should be fine with that, because I'm okay with the wool content that's in the Yarn Art Flowers. If I use it and then have a little break, then use it and have a little break. The little break that I've had this time around in making that blanket has been a bit longer than I'd like, but lots of things have been going on and lots of things have been stopping me. Now my eye seems to be going down again now, but I have decided that, or thought that maybe the drops are making it raise. I know that sounds a bit counterintuitive, because they give you the drops to get rid of any problems and said use it for 3 weeks, but I noticed that it started to look paler and flatter, and then I'd start using the drops and it'd be angry. So, and every time I use the drops my eyes sting, so I feel that maybe using those drops is actually irritating it. So I've decided to stop them, and I can still feel there is a bump there with my finger, but it's not red. Well, it might be now. Touched it with my finger, but there is a bump there. But I haven't found the form that he gave me with all of the info on it, like the flyer that he handed me, and I'm going to give it a bit of a rest from the drops and see how it goes, and then if I have to get in touch with him I will. But you know, it's not like it was. That's the main thing. Well, I did read that it is very normal for the scar tissue to raise, so, and they can shave that off if it doesn't go back down, but it's not a return of the chalazion, so well, fingers crossed it's not. So yeah, I've got lost the paperwork. I had the bag with the meds in, and then I took them out and I put it somewhere safe. I mean, obviously the meds were in the medicine cabinet, but the little pieces of paper are somewhere safe. So safe, they're safe from me. Yeah, safe, safest place in the world. The safe place that I always lose stuff in. Yeah, always. Anyway, guys, I know it's not a mega long one, and yeah, apologies for that, but I'm kind of waiting for this phone call, and it's playing on my mind quite a bit, and hopefully I'm just hoping that I get to hear soon and everything will be fine and dandy and no problems, and gonna go and see where my dinner's at because I'm starving. Got Gary cooking, so that should be nice, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Tomorrow I have to record my winners, all the winners, and do this little tutorial thing with Chris, but hopefully I'll get to film one of my inside tracks, do a little giveaway, might have another little bookie for you. So I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye for now. Take care. I can't do it now. I nearly forgot. Okay, so sorry to reach across, but I have no choice at the minute. Bye for now.